Traders, it's March 20th. Do a quick update on BTC. Before I talk about BTC, I want to talk about Rune. My Rune short got stopped out and got invalidated when we broke above this 4-hour block that I spoke about in the video yesterday. So I'm still looking to reshort this. I'm going to short this with decent size. I'll show you right now. Hold on. So this price action over here between 9.8 and give or take 10.2 will offer a pretty serious slap. I can't see us getting above the quarterly VWAP, and even if we do, it should be just a deviation. The move to the downside is going to be fucking beautiful. The waterfall should start, the stamp rather should start once we break that 8.5 mark. Like once we get under this 8.5, make this a different color. Yeah. Once we get under that 8.5, I think it's going to be fucking beautiful. So even if we go up one more time for another move, come back down, bounce, come back here. Once you break down from here, you're talking about sixes. If not, to be honest with you, low fives, right? So ideally you want to, if price action is healthy, it's probably going to go back down, retest at 5.4. At 5.4. But I'm going to end up doing this with size. I think that Rune is going to die once BTC flips bear. So right now BTC is still uptrending. All right, talk about BTC real quick. So quickly, without going into details with oscillators, 42.9 for me is a must. All the way up to like 43.5. 43.5. So this little thing right here. This 4-hour block here. Anything in this box, is a yellow box, for me is a short. Will I short? Yeah, if the oscillators tell me to, I will short. I'll tell you that much. I'm not bidding it though. I mean, I'm not putting asks. Same thing with Rune. Once you get that next poke up, right? Say you do have to get this next poke up, and then you break right back under 41.7 after you break to the top side, and then you deviate and come back down. Ooh. Easy. This is going to be fucking easy. I'll tell you that. I'm not bullish up here. No, I'm not bullish up here. I would definitely not be opening up fresh, unless they're scalps. Scalps are different. I will not be opening up fresh longs from here. Now, where am I wrong? Where am I wrong? So obviously the ultimate target is 53 to 55, right? We know that, right? This is going to be like the ultimate target up here. And then the mid is the 55, which is usually what happens when you want to do a macro bearish retest. But we can't even speak about this box until we get above this fucking box. And this is the more important box because there's more date consolidation in this. You're comparing a month's worth of consolidation into roughly about what, 15 days? If that? Yeah, whatever, 16 days. So the significant PA is from this orange box. Number one area of interest in the orange box, 49.2. I'll make this red. So you know, if you get to 49.2, daily close above here will probably shoot us up to $53,000. But before 49.2, what are we looking at? Very easy. $45,000. See how we can't get above that for whatever reason? So get back above $45,000, opens up doors for $49,000. Get back above 49, opens up doors for 53. So if you know how to play this level by level, you're not going to lose money because your validation is clear as day. On the micros though, on the 4-hour and whatnot, you want to see price get to at least $42,000 and sustain itself. Like get above 42, close a weekly here, not a daily, weekly. But why is there a weekly close here important versus a daily close here? Well, because we've never closed up here before. We've never closed up here before, you know? One second, guys. My fault. Sorry about that. Yeah, we've never closed up here before. So that indicates that if you get a first time close since we broke under this back in January, which is 3 months, if not 4, soon to be with April. Once you close even a daily up here, this thing's gonna fucking fly. But because you already had a lot of price action in this range, you need at least a weekly close up here. Now, just to justify what I'm saying, if we zoom out to the weekly, my fellow friends, how does it look like? See? Right there. We've never closed a weekly candle above that range, that level, that $42.9, $43,000 range. We haven't since January. So it's very important for the weekly to close above that level. And then you want to target 45, and you want to target 49, and you want to target 53. On the downside, though, talk about both sides. On the downside, though, still confident in this $31,000 mark. Still confident in the $31,000 mark, which would take out this, and then this is the trap, which usually happens in bear trends, not in bull trends. So if you were bullish and you were trending up, you wouldn't want to be anywhere near this. But unfortunately, you're not. So whatever up movement we get, whether we stop at 45, whether we stop at 43, you want to assume that the minute we lose $39,000 on the micros, it's going to be down. Here you go. The minute you lose this 39, it's going to be a pretty much adios amigos type of shit. And then you want to assume that your first level of interest is $36,000, 36.5. And then at that point, if you make a lower high, it's game over. You're going down. But if you could sustain and get back above this, at that point, then you know that the trend continues. But more often than not, when you have your trap and you come in and take out these lows at $36,000, $37,000, this should hold in a bullish trend or a bullish market. But because we're so bearish, whatever reaction we get here, if it doesn't doesn't clear and go back above the range and get back above 39.8, 39.9, assume we're going to die and go back down, guys. That's BTC. I'm not going to complicate it and start drawing a bunch of stuff. There's, you know what? I'm going to leave the altcoins for another video on Monday because I have some stuff that I want to show you guys about why I'm going pretty heavy on SOL and why I'm going pretty heavy on AVAX. So I'll leave that for a different video, but that's what I'm looking at for BTC. One more poke to the top side. For Ethereum, though, we're trying to fill this gap right here. Let us fill this gap. And then we're probably going to head out to at least 30,000, or 3,050. 3,050. Right? So anything in this mark over here is valid. Sorry about that, guys. I had a text. So I think that it's a very valid case to make that if BTC or Ethereum get one more leg to the top side, you should expect at least $30,050 on Ethereum, all the way up to $30,000. Wow, $3,050 for Ethereum to $3,150 as a range high and a range low, potentially giving you that S&P of March highs into another dump to the downside. And then validation for all this is if we do happen to lose and get back into the old range. So you want to assume that $2,600 is going to hold, but that's a little too deep for me. I wouldn't even want to see it break $2,700 to $2,800. Like for you to get back under all this, to me, it's a little too deep. It's too deep for me, man. It's too deep. You don't want to get into that. Once you create that fake out and you break above, see how we did a fake out here? And you get back under and you break above it. You don't want to break back under it. So if you lose that 26.50, 26.70, I think that this is going to end up shitting the fucking bed. And then from a higher time frame perspective, you still want to assume that the 3100s will hold. I mean, the 2100s are going to hold. 21.25, beautiful wick down here that needs to get taken. You do also happen to have these lows down here that could potentially get swept with a quarterly VWAP and a flat open roughly at like 1400. The flat open, if you guys aren't aware of it, just keep it on your charts. The flat open is at 1580. So make sure that you have these specific price targets on your chart. I could talk to you guys about the oscillators, the TMA bands and whatnot, but there's no point because we're still in a range, guys. Like there isn't anything that I could tell you guys that's going to make this range break out any faster than what it is or what it's not. Be patient. There's a lot of money to be made on the long to the top side on the next dip. Be patient, preserve your capital, stay focused mentally, be disciplined. You don't have to always be in a trade, and just watch for high time frame pivots, man. And you'll be able to catch the next move up. Just watch for high time frame pivots, right? Watch for high time frame pivots. The weekly just pivoted right now. So whatever dump we get, man, whatever dump we get, the next dump we get. See how we did a double bottom here? Next dump we get. Dude, I'm going to hit this thing so hard. You got no idea. Got no idea. Guys, cheers. Have a wonderful day. Any kind of questions that you guys have, please feel free to DM me.